Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play the Occult Chronicles. In the last episode, we had begun exploring the basement and found a way down to the second floor. We used the crystal ball and we've seen where the Elder's final room is. Over here. But we can't find a way to get to him from over on our side of the basement at the moment. And the direction we're going in, it doesn't seem to be even the right way. It's taking us further and further away from him. But otherwise, things are looking pretty good. We're at max sanity, max life. We've got 5 talismans, wonderful feats and edges. Nothing's really standing against us physically. We just have to hope we can actually find out where on earth we go to reach the boss. So, let's continue trying to find him. I'm currently hoping there's some way to get through, like, some passage this way that will take us to him, like wrapping around the basement. But this entire place might be a gigantic dead end. There may be nothing on this side of the basement. The proper way to go might require us going back up to the first floor. It could, I suppose, even require us going down to the 3rd floor in order to find a way back up that would bring us near... what's his name? Did we even find out his name? I don't know if we found out his name. But we need to get to the vampire's abode and kill him. Alright, well, let's keep going. So, we started down this way, we will continue down this way. You feel your foot hit the tripwire, and then hear the rumbling of the rocks as they drop from the ceiling. A ton of rocks coming down on your head could really hurt. You decide to rely on your quick instincts and reflexes to roll out of the way of the falling rocks. So, I will play the page here. Well done, Tim. You have won this challenge. You tuck and roll and come up on your knees away from the pile of rocks that would have entombed you. Okay. That was very dangerous. By the way, what Arcana cards do I have? It's a shame nothing like teleports us. I would love to. So there, to my knowledge, there's nothing that will teleport us over to the other side of the basement. There's no encounter we'll have over here that brings us over here. There is an exception to that, kind of. There's a room with a whirlpool, and if you fail a challenge while trying to navigate around it, it will bring you to a random spot on the... it brings you to a predefined spot on the floor below, I think. But that will take us to the 3rd floor, and I'd really rather not go to the 3rd floor. Everyone, this is a dead end. Okay, it's a dead end. So now what do? Alright. Let's look at here really quick. So this could technically bring us up and around. I don't think it will, though. It's very unlikely that we're going to get a long tunnel down past this room on this side. That's probably not going to happen. Let's investigate some of these spaces. I think these are just sarcophaguses, though. You see a stone sarcophagus. It's very old and covered with dust. Something very odd has happened to it. The lid of the sarcophagus has been pushed aside as if somebody was trying to find someone. You can't find a name on it anywhere. You notice that all the writing engraved on the sarcophagus has been scratched or chipped off. So I think if you succeed at these, you might find some gear, but we don't need to interact with them. Yeah, this is the same thing. I guess this would explain where the skeletons are coming from that have been harassing us. You feel your foot step down on the pressure plate and then hear the pneumatic sounds of darts being shot through blow tubes. You catch a glimpse of the deadly swarm of needle-tip killers heading your way. You react without thinking, tucking into an acrobatic duck and roll. Uh-oh. This is looking really, really super bad. We failed. So let's use an encounter card. So, an Arcana card. We'll use the world because we don't care about the world. Well, sorry, we care about the world very much. We don't want this vampire existing in our world. But we can use our world to defeat this trap. You tumble away from the curtain of darts and emerge unscathed. I am not willing to let a trap hit me down here. That would be a really bad idea. Another protector. We will beat the ever-living snot out of this thing. Let's use our axe. Twisted creature lets out a pathetic moan as it crumbles to the floor. Take that, Hunchback. An edge upgrade? Amazing. Let's see, what do we want? We can target knights if I take that up a level. Oh! We can take it to the enemy up a rank, which will let us target 3 cards. We are doing that. Our axe can target 3 cards. Our machete can probably target 3 cards now, too. Oh, this doesn't feel like the right way. This is not the right way. This can't be the right way. I highly doubt that's the right way. You know what? Let's go back to the main menu. I'm going to save the game, and if we fail to find the proper way to the Elder, we can reload once and attempt to find the proper way to get to him. That's promising. This could lead to the right place. Dead end. Is there a secret door here? There is not. Okay. So that's not the answer. It can't be here. This just... Yeah, it can't be in here. We could go down to the 3rd floor of the basement, but that's generally a bad idea. So before I do that, let me look around. Maybe one of those doors will lead us on a way around this? That's so unlikely, though. That's a pit. I could have sworn there were other doors in that room. I don't really want to go down to the 3rd floor. We're not going to do that. Is there a secret door here? You are suddenly face to face with a terrifying winged creature. It has appeared without warning and now hovers directly in front of you. A soft droning sound of wings being flapped vigorously engulfs you. You can't believe what you are actually seeing. The thing seems to blur and shift in appearance before your very eyes. It's a creature straight out of some child's nightmare. You can feel an eldritch taint emanating from it, and that alarms you to no end. The creature seems to be feeding off your emotions, gorging itself on your panic. You feel like your legs are going to go out from under you as your sanity slowly slips away. A stalking horror. A creature from the Dreamlands. You can't say whether it was summoned here by a sorcerer or simply slipped through an open gate into this dimension, but you have a big problem on your hands. You remember the briefings. These creatures will feed off your emotions, especially fear and pain, but they won't mind tearing your body apart to ring the dinner bell. A famous man once said that the best defense was a good offense. It's time to put that adage to the test. So let's use some courage. Yes! 6 random cards were bumped up 6 points, and we drew another card. And we've won. Thank goodness. Let's use our axe on the 8. This 10, And this 10. Nice! Look at all those kings we get. You unleash a series of devastating attacks on the creature. It seems confused at first, but then fights back with a vengeance. But it's too late, and its carcass soon lies on the ground convulsing with a series of wing flaps like it wants to fly away. Let's grab another psychic talent. I already know which one I want. We're going to take Twist Fate. Roll 1 bone to test for success. Then add 1 to all bone rolls during the resolution of the options chosen for the encounter. So basically, whenever then... So this is all bone rolls. So this will affect our chance to be successful with like spells. But it also lets us get higher numbers when it comes to charging into the enemy. And using my machete or axe to increase the value of a card. So we're going to take Twist Fate. And we are all done leveling Samwise. Okay. So... it can't be down this room. The rest of this room that's drawn, this doorway doesn't lead anywhere. That's just a part of the trap. And we know... there's nothing down here. We could go down to the 3rd floor, but it's not very likely to lead to the right spot. Let's go back upstairs. I mean, one of these doors here could lead to a long, winding tunnel that goes down here, but I really doubt that's the case. You've discovered a secret door. It blends in almost seamlessly with the cave wall, but your keen senses were still able to detect it. Finding it is one thing. Figuring out how to open it is another. Chop it down. With some effort, you might be able to use the axe to get past a locked door or two. And we're successful at that. We arguably care about, like, Ores of Fortune and edge upgrades if we can get them from these encounters, so we want to aim for 10 over the target number. At that point, we can stop, because we're not going to be able to draw any more cards than that. You batter down the door. So much for being a secret. The way lies open now. I don't see a secret passage here. I really wish I had a number pad so I could see... Oh! Okay. Well, no. There could be an encounter on the other side of this, these stepping stones. So we'd have to walk into this room, walk across the stepping stones to see what's on the other side. I guess we walk in the room and look for a secret passage that might be in here. We don't see one. Let's try this. The rocks are placed strategically across a swift-flowing underground stream. The water is icy cold, and the mist from the waterfalls create a slippery sheen on the stepping stones. You can also see some lichen or moss growing on them. It shouldn't be terribly difficult to cross, but the stones might be slippery. You also note the swirling eddy where the water from the stream empties down into a subterranean shaft. If you fell in and get sucked down there, you would probably drown. Speed is a weapon, and you'd like to go fast. Damn the torpedoes. Full speed ahead. A good amount of cards. I don't think we'll fail this, I say, as I flip over a King of Cups and can't really do anything about that. Yep, there we go. 4 over. We want to get 10 over if we can. You practically spring across the rocks like a gazelle on the Serengeti or a crazed spider monkey all jacked up on a bootlegger's Mountain Dew. 1, 2, 3 steps and you're off to the other side. There is something over here. But it's the Altar to Rathgolgar, the Insane! Suddenly you see the air around you begin to shimmer. You've entered some strange type of dimensional gate and you begin to feel a little dizzy. As you fight to balance yourself, the shimmer clears ahead of you and you are confronted with a huge stalactite covered in tiny rooms. Weird stone mouths seem to open here and there and then disappear. You feel an evil presence emanating from the hanging stone pillar. Based on your studies in the odd archives, you guess that the structure is an altar of some sort. You've stumbled upon a pocket dimension that seems to serve as a temple to Hrathgugar the Insane, an elder god of immense power. The growing sense of paranoia seems to envelop you. It's a sentient, malevolent force that is seeking to overwhelm your psychic defenses. You're confronted by the malevolent will of Hrathgugar the Insane, and it threatens to crush your very soul. You must fight to keep your sanity. It's a decent hand. Maybe we won't lose this one? That's a great first starting card to draw. Wow! We passed the horror challenge. I wasn't actually expecting that. You use a meditational technique taught to you by a mad harbordasher to repress the cacophony of voices trying to fill your head with crazy thoughts. Maybe that's how Samwise is able to keep his cool when using psychics to berserk himself. There are so many voices inside your head. They scream, shout, and whisper evil thoughts, and you can't seem to make them stop. You realize that you must act quickly or you will soon begin to obey the commands of the voices that are screaming inside your head. You might be able to physically damage the altar enough to sever its connection to Hrathgugar the Insane. At the very least, you will have some fun tweaking the nose of a dark elder being and making a friend for life. Oh, game. Okay, I should be paying attention, Tim. This is a combat encounter. You don't want to lose this. All right, let's use our axe to start. And I'm going to use my axe actually on the lowest cards I've got. That was nice. Let's take the 8 with our 9. We don't have any swords. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is looking pretty bad. Okay. So we have currently failed. But our machete should be able to let us win. Oh, Tim, please don't click fail. Please click the card you want improved. There we go. And now we won by 10 points. You managed to tip the altar over and crack off large sections of the face. You briefly sense despair. This is the exact same text we read with the Altar of Sigma. Only it's not as sexy as she was. And we didn't get anything cool from it. Alright, let's dash back over the rocks again. Okay, nothing at all in that room. So, I guess we're trying to get back here. The way down may be near this area. Like, it could be this door or this door that brings us down towards the Elder's room. It's close to the Elder's room. About as close as I think we can get to it. Oh, there's no secret passage in there. I don't know why I'm searching the whole hallway. I'm hoping that if there is a secret door, that we've only just barely failed to find it, and one more step might reveal it. You feel your foot step down on the pressure plate and then hear the pneumatic sounds of darts being shot through blow tubes. You catch a glimpse of the deadly swarm of needle-tipped killers heading your way. You instinctively duck and roll acrobatically, Tim says, as he completely messes up what was actually written on that paragraph. Do we have any cups? We do. Take that ace. Take that 5, and we won the challenge. Really? No wands? How about that? You tumble away from the curtain of darts and emerge unscathed. These undead creatures possess tremendous physical strength and ability. They can absorb inhuman amounts of damage. They are cunning as befits their many years. They are, in short, efficient killing machines. All challenges that involve wands as the primary suit receive a -1 modifier number of cards drawn to the player's hand while this story icon is active, so hard checks are going to be more difficult. We're looking pretty bad, everyone. This is looking really, really bad for us. You smell the fetid pool before you even see it. Directly in front of you emerges a breeding pool to the spawn of Sungatha. The pungent and disturbing smell of frog spawn greets you, and you suddenly feel very afraid. Oh, I should have... Why am I clicking so fast? Yes! Based on stories from the old-timers at the Odd Academy, you know what to expect. Of course, in the stories, they had special operations teams and flamethrowers. Sitting in the middle of the breeding pool is the Frog Queen. You see the eggs strewn about the pool waiting to hatch. If you get overwhelmed by the frogs, you'll end up food for their hungry young. Of course, if you can kill the queen and destroy the eggs, the remaining spawn will most likely disperse, and you have a lot less trouble on your hands. It looks like a tough fight, and it will have the help from dozens of spawn of Sagatha, but you think you can do it. So let's start with our axe, and we'll improve our 2s. And that's 7. Nice. Oh, right, we go up to a queen even when the axe is used. Interesting. Unfortunately, that still doesn't give us any cards to do with the Page of Cups. So, I don't know what I was thinking there. Let's flip over another card. Uh-oh. Come on, game. Don't give me all this Cups cards up there. Okay, there we go. Let's use our queen. Okay, and we've won the challenge. Hot! Alright, victory. Woo! You fight like a maniac. You focus solely on the queen, and it soon lies dead at your feet. With that, the surviving frogs quickly lose their will to fight, and you kill or drive off the remainder. I think the pseudo-armor that's still following us and the cat Greedy Gut have helped us here, keeping other frogs off of us. A skeleton. We've killed many of these things before. We'll skip reading the encounter text to the things we've fought before. Okay, we have won the challenge. Why am I not using my axe? Was win. I mean, we won. There we go. What was that sound, Tim? That was a sound of disappointment that I didn't realize we were actually boxing it until we were already mostly done boxing it. Hello, locked door. We will punch you down. You're a physical test, which is why there was a 2 up there, even though we had a 2 in our inventory. That's about as far away from where the way down would be that I would... Like, I doubt that door leads to what we need. We're not checking that. This is the Blood Altar room. I think you can win an encounter here to get all your life restored, but there's not going to be... I don't think there's any way for us to move around the fountain. So that's also not a room we want to check. You triggered a trap, and the ground beneath you suddenly gives way as a hidden trap door swings open. Let's try to leap to the other side. And we've done so. Good job, Samwise. Let's go down and see where this takes us. I mean, it is on the other side of the map, so I don't think this is going to lead us anywhere close to the Elder. But I'm desperate enough to check. The hook attached to the sturdy rope makes it almost a wonderful tool. Almost wonderful tool? Makes it a wonderful tool for climbing down. And we have succeeded at this. I don't know why I played the queen there. And it's a dead end. There's nothing else around it. There's no passages out of it. So let's climb back up. It's a little tougher to climb up. but we successfully did it. You seem to be half spider. Before you know it, you have scampered up the wall and are pulling yourself up onto your feet. So that's not the proper way to go. I doubt it's a secret passage down this hallway, but we'll check. You feel the pressure plate depress under your foot and hear a sizzling sound as a spray of acid hurtles towards you. You rely on your quick reflexes to turn away from the acid and roll to the ground so it goes sailing over us. Holy crap, we have a good hand. I'm gonna be really upset, game, if we can't find the proper way to reach the freaking vampire. We came down here with 4 story tokens to go. That's practically halfway. Come on. I'm beginning to preemptively complain. Your instincts and quick reflexes win the day, and you are not maimed or scarred by the acid. This is what you wanted, though, Tim. Whenever you choose story mode, this is the risk, that you don't find the proper way to go. You feel your foot trigger the tripwire, and it's too late. A huge log swings down on a chain directly towards us. You decide to rely on your quick instinctive reflexes to duck and roll away from the swinging log. And we succeed. You tuck and roll and come up to your knees as the log swings harmlessly past you. You've triggered a trap and the ground beneath you suddenly gives way as a hidden trapdoor swings open. Once again, we'll try to avoid the trap by springing to the side. I'm going to hold on to that knight this time. That apparently was a mistake to do. We still have 9 Arcana cards, everyone, so we're not in any danger quite yet. And you'll note that I'm no longer flipping over all the cards. Once I have 10 over the target number, we don't need to play the game anymore. We have enough points that we'll get 7 flipped cards for our rewards. We're still going down this, though. We need to check to make sure this isn't the proper way to go. Alright, we're down on the 2nd floor again. It's another dead end without anything connected to it. This does, again, though, most likely prove that this door is just part of this tile and doesn't actually lead anywhere. While I'm down here, I'm going to quickly take another peek. There was nothing on this side, Tim. I mean, technically, this could have led to a really long, singular hallway that goes all the way down here, but that would be several hallways again. We have to spawn all connected in a row. I don't think that would be the proper way to go. I'm suspicious about that room. Alright, let's climb up using the grapple hook. I'm getting more and more suspicious about that room by the second. And it's possible that we saw only one door. You seem to be half... Oh, we were with that. Alright, we're back up. This is promising. This feels like, yep, it's leading us back to the entrance. This is the dungeon. That's not likely to go anywhere. You hear the screams before you even see him. Suddenly from out of the gloom, a demented little man wielding a bloody butcher's knife materializes with that look on his face that you have seen before. You have interrupted his fun, and now he's intent on having you join the party. You decide that you can show the twisted little freak a thing or two about fun. Alright, let's start with our... let's start with some courage. Oh, we've actually spent a little bit of courage. Let's not spend a whole lot of courage at the moment. Let's go ahead and instead use our axe. So we'll choose our ace, our 4, and this 4. Bump them up 4 points. I'll risk that we can use our queen on a different... on a different target. Well, we could, but it's not the target I was hoping to see. Alright, let's do a little bit of finagling here. We've won, so we don't need to do anything, but I'm going to, just to show you guys what's possible. Let's use critical hit first. And we'll target the 10. So that lowers it by 6 points. We add 6 points to our trick-taking score, and we draw a card, which was a 7. We then use our machete on the 10. That's 7. And this 5. Turning this into a king and taking those points, and this into a knight. I'm sorry, this into an 8 and taking those points. And then we can do it again on that 10. And we'll take this page, and we'll take this 8. And look at that. 46 out of 7, and we had 8 out of 7 originally. So that's pretty amazing how powerful this build is. You've won the battle. The demented sadist twitches on the floor, having some quality time with his own butcher knife. You move towards what sounds like the soft whimpering, interspaced with sporadic gagging as if someone was choking on something. Stretched out on the table is a man who seems to have undergone some horrible vivisection. You've never seen someone still alive when most of their internal organs have been removed. Horror check. Alright, we pass it though. This one was gracefully not that difficult because we had 2 face cards. You've broken into more than one chamber of horrors since joining the odd. Success. You at a human victim strapped to some type of torture rack. Guess we're using what is that? No, it's a hashtag. Sorry, let's move on to him. Surgical instruments are laid out on a nearby table. Attached to the victim's face is a large spiked metal helmet, whose sole purpose seems to be to inflict pain. You can hear the victim weeping softly. He must be in an immense amount of pain. You listen carefully and believe you can hear him saying, "Kill me." We'll shoot him in the face. And of course, because we're using our gun, of course we can use our axe. We wouldn't think we wouldn't be able to use our axe when we have a gun in our hand. Of course we'll be able to do that. We're going to make it as great a kill him as possible. Let's use Whirlwind. Yeah, look at that. All 10s and 9s now, along with our Knight of Wands. Then we can use our machete on all of those to do the coup de grace. No, we can't. We got a 1. Well, we still got all those points. It still worked. Darn it. That wasn't as precious as I hoped it would be. You quickly deliver a death blow. You hope his soul is now at peace. The Cyclone. We don't need another card. Another talisman. I guess we'll take it, though, over the Thunderbolt. Another protector. I'm done reading about protectors. We're just going to hopefully slaughter this creature. Let's use our axe. Fine. The queen gets used and we win the challenge. We can't get lots of courage. The more card draw we get, so we should use the machete. So let's do this. Very nice. We went from, I think, just 3 over to suddenly 12 points over, 22 points over the target number or so. I don't even know if we're low on bullets. Are we? We are! Alright, perfect. That's almost enough to refill our Colt 45. There could be a pit in one of these, so we'll check them. A poison trap. Let's roll out of the room. Alright, door. We're going to punch you. I have no sword cards in my hand. Let's punch you down. Wow. What a jerk this game is. We were only able to take one card. And thankfully, we were able to take one of them. We didn't have the suits it wanted us to have, and all the other cards it had were higher than our cards. How about that? We still won. Those are not likely to bring me down to the other side of the basement, which is where I want to be. Okay. I'm at a loss as to where the correct passage could be at this moment. I'm hoping to find a pit somewhere over here that'll take us downstairs. A gigantic barrel is rolling towards us. You turn to see a huge barrel rolling towards you. It is almost on top of you. You only have a split second to react, but you might be able to dodge it with a quick tuck and roll. Can't use our axes to save us here, but thankfully we did not even have to do so. Thank you, game. We tumble to the side in a perfect somersault, completely avoiding the crushing barrel's path. Alright, so it wasn't that door. We have that pit. Another skeleton. We'll just... We should use... I'm sighing because of all the effort I'm going through to get a few more points, but it is worth doing. Let's play the 3 there. Page takes the 10. So we have the machete, so we should be okay. Alright, we've won the challenge. Oh, wow, we've definitely won. Hey, perfect, and 10 over. Didn't have to use any of our other weaponry. Well, this is promising. Oh, but this is not as promising. Come on. Come on. Please be a pit over here somewhere. This is not likely the right way to go, but we'll try it. The room begins to fill with water. You hear a click, and the door behind you shuts, and a stone slab descends in front of each door. You then hear the sound of rushing water through pipes, and a moment later the room begins to flood. Based on the rate of the flooding, you think you have about 4 minutes before you will drown. These are both difficult. I'm going to do something a little funny. Try to plug up the water sprouts, or maybe just pray. You know it's not going to work. Oh, it's a physical test, but it's better than doing nothing. So, all we need to get is a Pentacles card. Well, okay, not that Pentacles card. We're using one of these. So let's use Temperance, because we no longer care about tokens. The water suddenly stops. It's a miracle, or you're just one lucky odd agent. Oh, man. So this is not the proper way either. We don't see anything in here. Oh. It's an altar to Lizuguth the Blind. Okay, we're not going to read all this. This is basically the same text as Sigma is and so on. So we'll just go ahead and encounter this statue. I think this one is something to do with, like, insanity, if I recall correctly. Oh, that one actually hurt our sanity a little bit. You stare at the eye, and with each second, your thoughts grow more clouded. You try and look away, but each time your gaze is brought back to the stone eye. I really should just read these, even if they're the same, Tim. You realize that you must act quickly. Your mind will be enshrouded in darkness, and you will soon end up a stone statue. You might be able to... Okay, so this is actually the same exact text, so that I am going to skip. We should probably use the axe, Tim. You have it. You should use it. 2, 7, and the 9. Wonderful. We have almost a full hand of face cards now. Okay, and this is also the same text. There's no difference here, so we're just going to click OK. Do we get maybe another Arcana card? We do! The Moon! Gain a random Psychic Talent card after this card is used to take a trick. And lots of courage. Perfect. We were beginning to go through some of our courage. Okay. So there's no pit here. I don't have a good feeling about this. Oh my god, Gabe, stop spawning skeletons on me. We've beaten up... I guess, well, it makes sense. There's a giant crypt down here, so the vampires are going to use what's at their disposal to try to stop the person that's down here from killing them. So this is where the basement really kills you, is all the backtracking you have to do through it. Man, I don't like this. We gotta hope there's a pit somewhere on this side of the board. Another stalking horror, so we will just try to defeat it. We should probably use our axe to help us here, too. That 3. This 3. We'll go ahead and use Reckless Charge to draw more cards. We still didn't draw any wand. Oh, we drew 1 Wands card. It's a 10. Might as well use it there. Cups. We have a bunch of numbers. I'll spend our Knight on that. That lets us win the challenge, and now it's just a matter of gaining more points if we want any more. Oh, this is taking us further and further away from it. I don't like this at all. Alright, let's keep going. Your odds of killing the Elder after it has awakened from its sleep in its coffin dropped drastically from slim to almost none. No, it is in fact almost none. So traps are a little tougher with that story token to play. The next story token we draw, it's game over. And I did save the game, technically. So, if we do die because of time, I'll reload and give it another go. If only because I'm curious as to how on earth we were supposed to reach the Elder. But this is not looking promising. If it's not over here somewhere, we have absolutely lost. Lots of hunting horrors around here. Let's use our axe. Or we can target our pages and our knights, I think, to be converted into cards. Yeah, the combats are not going to be difficult for us to win. It's just a matter of where on Earth is the proper way to go to reach the Elder. This is promising. You step on a pressure plate and hear a loud humming sound echo throughout the room. It sounds like some type of electronic equipment springing to life. Suddenly, you feel a tremendous force pulling you towards a nearby large metal wall. Actually, it's not pulling you. Rather, it's pulling anything metal that you have in your possession, and the force is growing exponentially. Acting on pure instinct, you drop and roll away from the trap, hoping that your momentum will take you to safety. The less metal you have on you, the easier this will be. Alright, we've won the challenge. This is a tough one. This is a tough one to... This is tough to swallow if you lose this encounter, because you will lose some random stuff in your inventory. You can feel every piece of metal that you are carrying pull against you briefly, but then suddenly you are clear of the field and safe. You feel lucky that you didn't lose anything valuable. I think this room has a special encounter in it as well. Oh, promising. No! It's a dead end. If there's no secret door down here, we've lost, everyone. We've lost. That's it. Doubling all the way back is going to take way too much time. And I don't think this door is going to lead to another way down and around to get to the Elder. So I think it's game over for Samwise at this point. We're this far. We're committed now to this. You hear a mechanism click and see motion at the corner of your eye. A large pendulum swings down into your location at a tremendous rate of speed. It looks like it could cut you in half. Instinctively, you duck and roll away from the falling blade. Alright, we've won the challenge, thankfully. You tuck into a roll and come up 4 feet away unscathed. Yeah, that's it! That's it, everyone. There's no way we're going to be able to make it all the way back to the main room and begin even thinking about another direction to begin searching this basement in. So, since I'm basically giving up, I'm going to start searching every single spot for a trap door some other way down, so I know where I need to go. Like, I need to make a beeline for that area if I want to actually figure out where the proper way to go was. We don't need any of those bullets. And nothing in there either. So, everything from the 2 doors south of the main room looks like it was just a giant dead end. Yeah, nothing. It won't be here. Man, where do we go? I've got no clue where we go. Another locked door. We'll punch it down. A pit trap. This is promising. So maybe this will take us to where we need to go. Alright, suddenly my hope is getting a little restored. You don't care about any of that. Come on. Come on, please lead me to some place close to the boss. If we're really close to him, we might actually be able to do this. No, it's nothing here! There's nothing here! We are kind of closer to him. But this is still not the right place to be. Man. The talking has dramatically stopped. Because I'm like, we've lost. There's no way we're winning this. We took all the wrong paths have been taken. Every single wrong path has been taken in this attempt down here in the basement, and we're just not finding the proper way to go. This is not going to be it either. The other vampire wife. Well, at least his wives have been killed. You hear a woman's voice singing softly ahead, and it catches you off guard. You can actually sense a psychic presence of some type of potent evil. The singing continues, and it sounds very close by. You slowly step forward to identify the source of the singing, and it is as bad as you had imagined. One of the vampire elder's wives emerges slightly from the gloom with a hiss. Alright, the rest of this is exactly the same. So she's hoping that we panic, and we totally did not panic. We know our life is over. We know it's over. We know that the vampire's waking up, and we know there's nothing we can do to stop it. But damn it, we're going to take his girlfriends from him before we go. That's right. Suck it, vampires. We'll take that 5, that's 6. And the ace with our axe. Holy pentacles. V1. Take it. I don't care about the sunburst. That was another dead end. Alright, yeah, there's nothing here. How about that? So everything to the south of the main room just led nowhere. But everything to the north also led nowhere. Unless it's one of these two doors that leads to a trap door that somehow wasn't close to one of the other tunnels or passages we had taken. You have taken too long to find and kill the elder in his coffin. He is awake. You know that you will not make it out of this place alive. You only hope that your section chief is smart enough to send an entire assault team next time. Alright, that's it. We have lost. So I need to kill the game now, or it will save that I've made this attempt. So I'll be right back, everyone. Alright, everyone. So oh, wow, that was a strange premonition that we had right there, wasn't it? It's like as if we suddenly had a vision of the future and how none of the places that we were about to explore down here seemed to lead to the proper place. Let's see if we can find the right way to get to him. So a heads up that I tried this twice now, by the way, and I still couldn't find the proper way to go. This place is a real maze this time around. I'm getting the feeling we need to go down to the 3rd floor in order to actually reach the vampire. I guess we'll do this quick little search here. Okay, we know there's nothing up in this little area that will lead us to Victor. So we're going to begin climbing down these pits in an attempt to figure out how to reach him. We're also going to skip the text, and I'll just talk about random stuff while we're doing this. So, okay, there's a door out here, but we need to be on this side of the mansion. So I highly doubt this is the correct spot to be. But we'll go ahead and hack this door down anyway. And we're just going to win these challenges. Let's grab Twist fate. And I guess this could eventually lead to him. Nope. We'll check... Oh! For secret passages. There is a secret passage here. That was the wrong thing to click. We should have just kept using the axe, but we still won. So this will lead back upstairs. A ladder. So this leads to a trap door. We didn't find a trap door. Maybe this will bring us someplace new. Let's have the grappling hook help us. So there's a few things I learned when I attempted this off. I recorded another attempt, and I still ended up in a complete dead end by the end of the game. So now this is a matter of me trying to figure out what is the proper way we were supposed to do this. Is there a proper way? Oh, how about it? So that trapdoor is located in this room. Okay, well that doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. We didn't search this room, we skipped it. But it doesn't really help us. Okay, so that leads down to nothing. We know there's nothing on that side. I know that there is nothing... There's on the second floor, which... Okay, first off, this room has at least one more secret door on the other side of that dog. Let's go and take a peek at that since we're in the area. I thought we killed Sigma! Alter! Why are we still getting Sigma's abominations out here? I was under the impression that when you destroy an altar, you no longer have to worry about the creatures that would normally spawn. Apparently, though, that is not the case. That kind of sucks. Then you're always having to worry about dealing with these horrific monsters. I suppose the game could... Ooh! Well, that was actually useful. We got a rifle as a weapon. So we didn't get that one edge upgrade, I think, at this point that lets us use our axe or machete 3 times. But a rifle is very nice. It gives us more options in combat. We're gonna step down here. I'm just gonna skip all the text, everyone. I really just want to figure out where on earth the proper way to go is for these. We really kind of need to win this challenge also. So let's spend that, and now we can take this, and we've won the challenge. Yes, yep, there's another secret door there. There might be another one on this side, and we're just not finding it. But we'll walk over here and fight this dog and get to that door. Did I click flee by accident? I don't know why I can't use my weapons. I think I accidentally clicked on flee. Yeah, okay, so that's not at all what I wanted to do. Oh, but that lets us stay here. Okay, well that kind of works. Let's hack the door down. So I don't even know why I'm trying this. So all of this just led to a dead end. It gets us very close to the Elder Vampire's room. Yep, it gets us very close to the Elder Vampire's room, but I will not be able to make it to him. This is the proper way to go, I think. These lead to dead ends. But we'll check on screen with you guys. Another stupid skeleton. Die, skeleton! No one likes you. So, a heads up that I don't mind that we lost. That's fine. Like, the game's a roguelike. It's supposed to be tough. And when you add the story tokens to it, there's always a chance that you've just chosen every wrong direction whenever the directions were chosen for given to you when you're navigating the basement. And it's why I go into the basement with 4 tokens left to give me enough time to really to try to find the right way. I stepped into this room once and didn't find that secret and backed out. And I was almost out of time because I explored a whole nother other area of the basement. And the right way to go was, in fact, here. Okay, let it be known that you really want to walk up to the walls to find those secret doors. This leads to a large room with like a railing running around it, and it was in here that I died. So we'll bash this door in, and I'll show you guys. Courage, always useful. We're already filled up. Yep. So I began exploring this, praying that there would be a secret door in here, and I died in here. And I had done that just before I had walked over here, and then walked back. I think I explored up here too very quickly. How about that? I'm assuming this does connect to the room. I decided in the end to not keep the recording of the second attempt, if only because I really didn't want to drag this on for too much longer. We've been playing for 54 minutes from the last attempt we had. I find a proper way to go. Yep, this leads to a dead end. I guess we'll search this really... Yep, and there is another door. Okay. I think there is another door on the other side here. We just didn't see it. I'm pretty sure there is one. Time's running out. When dusk arrives, you will find yourself facing a vampire elder fully awakened and most likely very hungry. 2 tokens left. That would have been awesome if I was able to somehow find a way to have made it to the vampire room just as time had run out. I would have absolutely kept that as the second and final failed result. And now that I know this is probably going to lead to his room, let's see. Let's get this rock out of the way. You know what, we'll just win. We don't care about cards. Oh, here's the whirlpool room. Okay, we don't even need to actually crawl around this. We just need to step forward once and make it directly into his room. Okay, how about that? So that's how we would have gotten here. So let it be known, we were very close to him at the end of the 2 episodes ago, right? No, when I broke for dinner. When I broke for dinner, we were very close to him. All I had to do was have seen the other doors. And had I seen these other doors, I would not have gone up here and began exploring down this passage. I totally would have checked this one first. And that would have led me to the vampire. How about that? Man. I don't remember what it checks to determine if you see the secret doors or not. But I am pretty certain that each of these dogs is guarding a secret door on the other side of it. I'm like 95% sure of it. And we just didn't see this secret door several times after trying to step next to it. No, that can't be the case. The game, I think the game has to spawn a secret door next to you if you're right adjacent to it. Alright, one of these sarcophagi have what we're looking for. I think there'll be tons of protectors in this room as well. There he is. You have found him. The elder of this coven of vampires lies sleeping in his stone sarcophagus. Even though you have been preparing for this situation, you feel a sense of dread start to overwhelm you. You are confronting a supernatural creature of exceptional power. It could snap your neck like a twig and drain you of all your blood in mere minutes. The thought is disturbing. You muster all your courage and willpower to steel yourself for the task at hand. That's a decent hand. Right, 3 face cards and 4 against 4 tricks. But we get a King of Wands right away. I'm going to use Temperance, so we don't lose the horror check. You have seen things far worse than this. It's time to finish this thing off. You are fairly certain that you recognize this elder from your briefings on the recent campaign against the vampire covens. Only a few elders remain, and this one must be Victor. It is said that he had his own daughter sentenced to death by exposure to sunlight for some infraction against the vampire code. You will need to make your first attack count. You have the advantage with the element of surprise, but once stirred, the task of overcoming Victor could become an impossible one. So whenever you are in battle against a final thing, you're allowed to mess up once. After that, I think, like, almost every single card you flip is probably like a death or instant insanity. It becomes really super difficult for you to win if you fail the first attempt. So, and the difficulty is as high as it can be, 25. So with physical combat, we lower that minus 11 thanks to our swords, and then an additional minus 8 thanks to our... Oh, thanks to our clues. But we actually... Don't we have a vampire kit? You've acquired tools that are perfect for this job. Now is the time to use them. And it counts as a combat, so we can still use all of my melee weapons and powers. And it's a good thing we can, because our hand is awful. A page is the only face card we have. Then we have like a 3, an ace, a 6, a 2, a 5, a 3. Wow. Game. Screw you too. Alright, so let's use Whirlwind to start. Then we will use Reckless Charge. We're rolling as low as we possibly can on these. Let's use Third Eye. And oh my god, game, screw you to hell. I should have used Twist Fate to start, at least. 1, 1, 1. Rolled on those bone rolls. Unbelievable. And we don't have any swords either. Holy flipping crap. We'll use our flintlock. Wow. Just how awful the rolls are for us. That doesn't help us whatsoever. And our spell effing failed. Holy crap. Thankfully, we just need 4 effing points, and we have all these Arcana cards, so we're not going to lose. But man, we're effing this up. This is our final battle, and we can't muster any courage to do it. Man, look at all the face cards that are showing up, too. Holy crap! So we won, but look at how close this was. We won by 1 point. That's still enough to win. So let's use the machete here and convert these to much higher values. Give us 34 out of 5. That is much more acceptable. Then, I'm going to... Why? Oh, you want me to use this on the Queen of Wands. Well, I'll use the Wheel of Fortune on the Queen of Wands to reset the board. We can use Trick Shot. Sorry, Critical Hit on that. It's the final battle, so I like going all out for this. We'll use the Fool on the Queen of Swords. We can use our machete here here and here. Give me another king and another page. And then we can use our other... cards, because why not? And we went 97 over 5, and we had 6 over 5 originally. How about that? You soak the stake in holy water, and then placing it against the elder's chest, you drive it home. Before you know it, you remove the head and are home free. You are legend. Psychic pushback. Scratch one, Elder Vampire. You gathered that his name was Victor, once a Hungarian warlord of some repute. You should make your way carefully back to the Odd HQ and report. That is a lot better. Alright. Oh, it doesn't even count my Samwise as dying at all, even though I did lose twice. That's interesting. Alright, well, I said we'd take a look at the decorations for the character really quick, so we'll do that as well. So, here is Samwise. We can see all his stats down here. Here's that luck attribute that you can't normally see what it is. It was 9. Serenetta had a 10 for herself. You're able to see what he had here, his edges and his bones, but you don't get a chance to look at what inventory, like what equipment he had with him, unfortunately. We can take a look at his decorations. These are awarded for you for the number of, like, combats that you win or lose, and if you still survive or what have you, and the types of challenges that you perform. So, not bad for him. Not bad. And there's Serenetta from last year. And I think that'll do it for us, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. So that was another game of Occult Chronicles. I think that was a good look into the game, in case you haven't watched my review, and you made it this far. The game can be fun, it can be very unfair, it has some balance issues, the text is wonderful, I like the puns in it. You can lose through no fault of your own though, but that's the joy of playing a roguelike, and I don't hold it against the game for that. At the very end of the basement though, you might end up in a situation where 1 or 2 wrong turns means that's the end of you. And a heads up, if you did make it this far and are interested in the game and want to understand a little bit more about the basement, the final room is always somewhere on the 2nd floor of the basement. And we also learned that you want to be right up against walls to find certain secret passages, and you also should expect there to be multiple doors out of the dog room, even if you only see one. Alright, that's it everyone. I'm going to start uploading this in mid-August, and today, the day I was recording this part, was July 24th, I think, or 22nd. So it'll be about a month before the first of this series gets uploaded, and the final one, this part, will probably be uploaded, I would guess, in early September. So hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful early fall, and we'll have a continued wonderful season, and enjoy Halloween when it eventually arrives. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next game. Take care, everyone. I can't believe there was another door in that room.